It's wrinkled sheets. It's wrinkled sheets. It's really kind of neat. Listen to Wrinkled Sheets. Yeah.
We're back with the new Wrinkled Sheets podcast. I'm Janet.
I'm Steve, because I'm not Janet.
That is true. That is true. How you doing, buddy?
I am good, sort of, kind of. I am talking again, which is good because...
Yeah. Last weekend you came home.
There's a clicking noise.
I have a pen in my hand.
Oh.
And
I was sick.
You were rough.
I was sick. I got some kind of sinus infection.
Bronchitis,
and I lost my voice, and it's still not 100%.
And that's not good when you do talking for a living.
No, because I had a show last night in Fort Lauderdale. A one-nighter. I flew to Fort Lauderdale yesterday afternoon, did a show last night, got home, got back to the room at midnight last night, got up at 4 to get our plane to come home.
And I picked you up from the airport, and I was like, hey, you want a podcast?
Hey, you want a podcast? Okay. So we're here. I was like, yeah, we haven't done it. We need to do it.
It's been a month.
Right. But last night at the show, I thought, okay, I feel good. I can do this. I feel better. But then about halfway through my set, I could feel my throat getting dry.
Uh-huh.
I guess because, whatever.
Did you have water?
Yeah, I had water. But it still felt like it's not quite 100%, and maybe I'm using it wrong because I'm trying to get it.
So you've had like 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So I'm a little tired,
That could make for a very fun podcast.
It might. And then I came home and you were like, hey, let's do Instapot ribs.
Right, because we can't grill. We have I want to say like a foot of snow outside.
There's a lot of snow. I started to say 8 inches or so, but it looks like the drifts are higher than that.
Yeah. And so we're going to Instapot it and then broil it, and I'm very excited. So I was like, let's podcast, so I don't want to cook these at 3:30 p.m.
Well, these Instapot ribs we did once before.
Yeah,
back
it was
during
in the
summertime. And we did them in the Instapot and then kind of browned them on the grill. Because I found a recipe online. And we go back to look online, and neither one of us can find the recipe that I found before.
But I don't like barbecue sauce, so we know it was just a rub.
It was a rub.
And we have a lot of different rubs in our
More than you thought we had.
Right?
Huh?
I kind of created one myself, and then you were like, but we have this, and we have this.
We've got mesquite rub.
I'm like, I don't even use rubs that often.
Rub.
Why do we have that many, babe? I think they're all ones you purchased.
I think so.
Was that you trying to tell me to cook ribs more often?
I think so. But those rubs can be used on any kind of meat. And fish and steaks. And I think when I started doing the keto last year, I got into we should do seasoning on meat.
Yeah, and I'm just a garlic and onion powder girl. I'm so boring. Always.
I'm just a garlic and onion powder girl.
What is that?
Is that some kind of thing? Is a garlic and onion powder?
I use garlic and onion powder. That's it. That's what I mean.
It's not a thing. It's not like a shirt. There will never be girls walking around with, I'm just a garlic and onion powder girl. It's garlic and onion powder time.
On steaks, it's Lowry's and Worcestershire sauce.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if I say that right.
Worcestershire?
I feel like I'm adding an extra syllable.
I don't know. We don't have a bottle to look at it. But
no.
I don't think anybody pronounces it like it's...
I know. But it's so good.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. But we're back with the Wrinkled Sheets, and it's still winter. I feel like January was very long. There were 5 weeks, and it was so long.
There was 5 weeks of
January.
Oh, I thought you meant of winter. I was like, no, there's much more.
No, of January. We're finally into February, and I feel like it's flying by because
how does a month have 5 weeks? Doesn't
I don't
every month
know. I had 3 pay periods. But
it must have just been like a few days of something, maybe.
It started on a Wednesday and ended on a Friday. But there were... Okay, yeah, look at how full. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 full weeks, and then over a half.
Oh.
It was a long month.
It was a very long month. It was a very long month.
And now February, we have an extra day.
One more day for Trump to be your president.
Whoa. Leap year. Have you ever really been a leap year person? Like celebrate, like
No.
woohoo, we get an extra day, 366 instead
No.
of 365.
Didn't even know it was a leap year.
Nobody I know does. And I feel like that should be a thing. That's an excuse to celebrate.
Is it really?
Yeah, you get an extra day, and this year it's on a Saturday.
Ooh, it's
So-
wine time. That should be on a t-shirt.
I think it is. I'm trying to make it a thing, and it's just like in Mean Girls. Fetch is not going to happen.
This is not what happened in Mean Girls.
This girl tried to make fetch a word.
Fetch?
And they were like, fetch is just not going to happen.
What does she want fetch to be for? Like,
I don't
fetch the dog, get the dog to
no.
fetch that?
Like, that is so fetch. Like, it's so good. And the head mean girl was like, no, fetch is
never be
never
a
going to
thing.
happen.
No. Neither will onion powder and
Garlic?
garlic. It will never be a t-shirt.
I'm going to make you watch Mean Girls. I think I own it.
Oh, God.
That would be fun.
They need to remake that, huh?
No, I am sick of all the remakes.
They need to do an all-female cast.
It was Mean Girls. It was already mostly female.
Oh, okay. Well, everything's an all-female remake now. Everything. So maybe they
Everything.
need to make an all-male.
They did it for Ghostbusters. What else did they do it for?
The Ocean's 11. Remember they did that with Sandra Bullock, and
But Sandra Bullock can do it.
it didn't do well at the theater.
Oh.
All of these
They
empowerment
needed Brad Pitt.
movies aren't doing it.
Oh, well,
And like the new Birds of Prey that I actually thought looked pretty
it's
good.
one of the articles I brought. I really want to go see that.
What it didn't do as well as they
You're
expected.
home next weekend. We should go see Birds of Prey.
Okay. I mean, it looked like a decent movie, but the thing I saw from Hollywood Reporter was they were expecting it to do like 30 to 35 million, and it did like 19. And
Ooh.
they don't think it's, it has the, it's an all-female cast again.
Maybe
So
it's a hard time of year.
I don't know.
I feel like a lot of people are kind of staying in, especially here in Colorado because we have snow.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
But then that is an ideal time to go to a movie. I don't know.
Or it's coronavirus, and people just don't want to go sit in an enclosed room with
Are you scared to go back on the ships?
kind of, sort of.
Because that one in New Jersey, they have a scare. They haven't confirmed if any. There were like 4 people that they were suspected,
They took them off.
but it hasn't been confirmed that they had coronavirus.
Well, there was a lot. I don't know. This is going to sound. Don't really care. A lot of Asian people in the airport today in masks.
I think they're escaping.
That's why. It was so funny because I'm sitting there kind of watching them, and I look at other people, and I can see that they're staring at the Asian people in masks. So it's kind of like this weird kind of feeling that, who has it, who doesn't, who has come over from China, who's traveling, who's been here less than 2 weeks,
I was wishing we had masks last week when I was going to pick you up from the airport. I'm like, I really wish I had a mask to give him because I don't want this mess. And thankfully, like nothing, I feel like I had a little bit of a gunk the week before.
Yeah.
And maybe that my immune system is like supercharged because I haven't felt any of your gunk creeping
but
on.
I came home from a ship with
know.
the gunk.
I know.
And so in my head, when I went to the doctor, I was like, "Are they going to go? Well, you've been?
Did you
anywhere
tell
together?"
them?
Oh yeah, because the doctor knows that's what I do. So
Yeah.
that's what. So yeah, but I was kind of like, well, waiting to. I'm going to test you for this,
Right?
since you just got off a ship. But no, it was just a sinus infection
Yay.
and bronchitis.
And bronchitis. Oh, goodness. You haven't had your flu shot this year.
I have not.
Why is this?
I don't know. I should go do that tomorrow. Have you already had yours?
Yes, they
I'm
came
gonna
to
cough again.
our work.
Because remember last year we
went together, and I told you they came to my work, which made it very convenient. So you should go because we have insurance. You can go to Walmart, you can go to King Soopers, you can go anywhere.
Can I just use your insurance card?
It's our insurance card. It's called Marriage.
Right, but it has your name and company.
And
again.
yours.
Okay.
Dang. Yeah, I think I'm starting to build a list of things you need to do tomorrow. But first, you need to
Get my phone fixed.
The Russians are trying to take over your phone.
Listen, I don't know what this is so weird. This is so weird. I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody else.
It's very debilitating for Steve.
It is because I hate when I can't figure things out or don't know why or somebody else can't.
I think
tell
that's
me
the man in
why.
you. Yeah.
But last night, my phone was working fine.
We text goodnight.
We text goodnight, and I went to bed, plugged the phone into the wall, went to bed. I woke up this morning in Fort Lauderdale, and I needed to contact Uber. And my phone had no cell service. Luckily, Bruce Smirnoff, the comic who I was staying with, he got up. I was like, I have no service. Well, here's my Wi-Fi. And I contacted Uber. So thank goodness. I get to the airport and I contact T-Mobile through the app, and they're like, "Oh, they have an outage in the area. They're updating some stuff."
So you're like, "No big deal."
Oh, no big deal. Got on the plane, got the Wi-Fi on the plane, and flew to Chicago, and got off in Chicago. Still no service. Mm-hmm. Contacted them through the app. Oh, let me check. Oh, it looks like they're doing some tower work. 5G is being upgraded, and I was like, "Oh, all right, that's what they told me," and I'm all okay. Get to Denver. Plane lands. Turn on my phone. Still no service. So I contact T-Mobile again, and they have me do like this troubleshooting this time. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "What's your phone's number? And what's the SIM number? And let's check." Then they come back and go, "That SIM card is not the one showing that we have. That you've had a SIM card change." And I'm like, "No, I have not had a SIM card
You don't
change.
even know how to change that.
I don't know how
to
change it."
Yeah,
I've
seen it done, but
I plugged it in last night and went to bed, woke up, it didn't work. Well, it's showing there's been a change in your...
That's the Russians.
Yeah, so now I didn't change anything. They're showing I don't have matching SIM for the phone.
Wow.
So now they're like, "Can you do this?" No, I can't do that from here. I don't know how to do that.
This is your job.
Yeah, and then so they just text back a minute ago and said, "Well, can you do this through business care, security?" And I'm like, "Well,
I'm podcasting.
I'm about to podcast, so I'll just take it to T-Mobile store tomorrow." So then they text back and said, "Well, you really should do business care as soon as possible." So I'm wondering if there's like a security thing.
Right? And think about all your credit card information on that
Is that
phone.
all on the SIM? Is that stuff all saved on the SIM?
I think so.
Oh, man. See, now you got me scared.
Let's just get through the podcast. I'll make you ribs and you can
Figure out what's going
Russia's
on.
not taking your phone.
Okay. If this was not a Sunday night at 3:30 or 4, whatever it is, I would be running to the T-Mobile store this second.
It's 5:00.
Yeah. Well, that means I've been chatting with these guys for an hour, trying to figure it out for
Right.
an
I laid down. I was watching the red carpet because it's Oscar night.
Woo! I bet there's going to be a lot of Hollywood types that tell us we're living our life wrong.
They didn't do that at the last award show I watched.
Which was what?
I'm trying to think. The Grammys. And I think at the Golden Globes, someone shut him down.
Oh, that was Ricky Gervais. The host.
He was like,
the host was like,
just don't
do it. Come up, accept your award, and
shut up
and F off is what he's actually what he said. Accept your award and F off because nobody cares.
I really appreciate that. Yeah. So hopefully they'll stay in line with that. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Because I don't watch the Oscars Nobody watches the Oscars to get into politics.
Well, I don't know if you're following the Oscars on some of the stuff, but I do because I'm a movie nut. I really like the movies. I've seen several
It's the only award show that you're like, yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, it really is. But there's a lot of stuff that's nominated that I either didn't see because I didn't get it here or come here.
That's weird.
Or it's a foreign film. And this is something else that I've heard several people complaining about. This one movie called Parasite, which is a foreign...
I've seen a lot about it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good, nominated for Best Picture and Best Director, but it's a foreign film. So why is it listed under foreign films and not in American films? And that's got a lot of people like, hey, why can't British have the BAFTA, BAFTA, and everybody, French has their awards, and why can't America, that's what people are saying, why can't American movies just have the American movies? Why are we trying to make this so inclusive?
But I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to me, really, why a foreign film is in the best of American films.
That's true. We'll see tonight. We'll see what's going on. But even if you don't win or you lose, every celebrity who's nominated for an Academy Award, in the Best Actor and Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor and Best Actress, and Best Director categories get a hand-delivered gift bag. Mm-hmm. You got to hear what's in this. Okay. It's a swag bag, if I've ever heard of a swag bag.
Everybody that's nominated.
For those categories I just listed.
Okay.
So let's see. A meditation headband. That's not a big deal.
What is that? Does it say what it does?
Muse is a wearable device that guides you through recorded meditations and provides real-time feedback on your breath and heart rate. So it's not just a meditation headband.
It's like a Fitbit for your brain.
Yeah. It is worth $244, and it comes with 1 year access to the meditations, which is an additional $47.
Oh.
You get a full body rejuvenation from a celebrity endocrinologist, a full-time visit with Rocio Salas Whelan. I probably butchered that. A physician who specializes in obesity, diabetes, and thyroid disorders. Costs $600 for a health evaluation. A year-long follow-up can cost $5,000 to $6,000. And Oscar nominees will receive a non-invasive body composition analysis. Okay. They also get a 24-karat gold leaf crystal-infused bath bomb.
Oh.
Yeah. $105 price tag.
For a bath bomb.
Yes. A 5-day intermittent fasting meal plan. Tickets to a sober AM dance party. Daybreaker is a sober dance party that takes place in the morning in 28 cities around the country. The dance is not structured, but is rather meant to trigger feel-good brain chemicals before you start your day.
Huh. Feel good brain. Just get up. Why don't you just get up and dance in your house? Why don't you just turn on the radio and just kind of dance it out, as they say on Grey's Anatomy?
Right. And then last but not least, a personal training session. 10 personal training sessions, actually, with celebrity trainer Alexis Seletsky. Yeah.
You know, you just said the A word and that thing lit up.
But that's worth $900 each. Per session. So that's $9,000 worth of sessions.
Well, yeah,
that's just for being nominated. No wonder they say it's just an honor to be nominated.
But that's actually seems to me like a lot of crap. You know? Because I think...
I like crap, I think.
Yeah, but that's a lot of just like, you got a free this, you got a studio, you got a dance thing. I thought gift bags would be like, and you get this bottle of champagne, there's this watch from such and such, there is a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This sounds like a lot of, hey, we bought a lot of gift certificates in your bag.
I like that stuff.
Do you?
I do.
I'd rather have something
You'd
tangible.
rather have stuff.
It's in your hand. I like stuff.
Yeah, you do.
As you look around the basement.
The RAZZIE Award nominations came out. Those are...
That's the worst movies.
Yeah.
What are they? Who got nominated? Or did they already see the winners?
Let's see. It's a slideshow. I hate slideshows. Worst Picture, Rambo, Last Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Cats. We're not shocked. The Fanatic.
Oh, yeah. That was the John Travolta movie.
The Haunting of Sharon Tate.
I don't know that one.
Hilary Duff plays Sharon Tate in the film.
I did read about that.
Okay.
Because how badly miscast it was. Because she looks nothing like...
Oh, okay. A Medea Family Funeral.
Mm-hmm. Well, has there ever been a good Medea movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them. For Worst Actress, Hilary Duff in The Haunting of Sharon Tate. Anne Hathaway in The Hustle and Serenity.
Don't know that one. Oh, Hustle. No, Hustle was the movie with J-Lo, and Serenity was the one with Matthew.
So it's two different movies.
Two different movies.
Oh.
That's why I went, huh? Yeah, Hustle was the one with the strippers and J-Lo.
Oh, I didn't
and
see
Serenity
that.
was the one with Matthew McConaughey, which was horrible.
Because you did see that.
Yeah. I went with my sister and her husband. Remember that? When they
No.
Yeah.
Where was I?
You were out of town.
Oh.
And they were here one of the times. Mm-hmm. But they liked it.
Huh.
They were like, yeah, I like the way, it kind of leaves you hanging. You kind of had to figure it out for yourself. And I'm like, I hate movies like that.
Choose your own adventure.
Wrap it up,
Worst actress is Francesca Hayward from Cats. Worst actress, Tyler Perry in A Medea Family Funeral.
That's worst actress?
Yeah. I know. I second looked. Rebel Wilson in The Hustle. Under Worst Actress. Worst Actor, James Franco in Zeroville.
Oh, wait. Maybe Hustle wasn't the J-Lo movie.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm confused now. If you know anybody knows, comment down below. I'd look it up, but my phone doesn't have service right now.
David Harbour in Hellboy.
Oh yeah, that got bad reviews.
Matthew McConaughey in Serenity.
Matthew McConaughey. I just read an article about him because the new movie that's out called The Gentleman, which is I really liked it a lot.
Yeah,
it's the Guy Ritchie movie with Hugh Grant and
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam, yeah. And this article was like, is Matthew McConaughey back? Because he's really good in it. But he's made like a ton of bad movies over the past 3 years. White Boy Rick, Gold, which you didn't want to see, Serenity, which was horrible, Beach Bum, where he played the stoner beach guy. There's been like 5 or 6 in a row that like just total.
He needs to lay off the weed. Sylvester Stallone on Rambo: Last Blood, John Travolta on The Fanatic and Trading Point.
Oh, no Trading Point.
Worst supporting. Do you want me to keep going? Yeah. Worst supporting actress Jessica Chastain in Dark Phoenix.
Oh, Dark Phoenix didn't do well. That's the X-Men movie.
Cassie Davis in a Medea family funeral. Judi Dench in Cats.
Ooh. Judi Dench is like,
I know,
great in everything. That movie just had to just suck so bad because
I never saw it.
It came and went, and it got like 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, like that, and people were like, "You got to give it a chance." All the actors were like, "You got to give it a chance." Why? Why go pay money?
Everyone says horrible things about it.
That's the other thing. Don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, you're fine.
When I went to see The Gentleman, because I don't typically pay for movies, because I have the press pass. But I wanted to see this movie. And by the time I bought my ticket and a popcorn and a drink, it was like $25.
Yeah, we got a $25 gift card for Christmas. And so we went to go see a movie and it didn't cover the tickets.
No.
The 2 tickets.
Yeah.
And I bought yours as a senior citizen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we haven't even gotten there.
Yeah.
There's no like food or anything.
And that's why if a movie sucks, you really feel like I wasted this kind of money on that. So if you're not dying to see it or the reviews aren't just
that has been my motto for a very long time. And you have made fun of me. I'm like, if I don't really I'm not like, oh my gosh, I must see this, which rarely happens.
Rarely. Yeah, you beat me to it. I was about to say rarely. You don't care because you're like, even The Gentleman, you're like, oh, that's the one with Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam. And I go, yeah. And you go, is it violent? I go, yeah.
You said yes.
And I don't guess I want to see. Like, you just, no, I don't think I want to see it.
No, I'm such a wuss. I am. I think as I've gotten older, I feel like my time is very valuable. Because you're never guaranteed another day on this earth. So why waste time that you don't have to give to the man at work doing things that you're not 100% wanting to do?
Well, I see where you're coming from on that, but at the same time, don't you ever surprise yourself by doing something you thought you might not like or enjoy?
Right, but movies, like, the heater's on.
Oh.
It's because we have a foot of snow outside.
Oh, I just heard the noise kick in. I was like,
What's going on? Movies you have a little bit, it's kind of like you have a crystal ball. You can kind of see what you would be in store for.
Yeah. All right.
And I told you long ago when we first started dating that movies weren't my favorite way to spend time.
Right. But you don't mind a movie when you're in bed.
I don't.
You'll watch just about anything.
That's not true.
Hallmark Christmas movies?
I love Hallmark.
Did we talk about that the last podcast?
We have talked about Hallmark Christmas like on 3 podcasts.
Because now I'm doing it in my act now.
Oh.
And it killed. I did it last night even. Still talking about Hallmark Christmas movies. And people are like, my wife does that.
Because they make my heart smile. And they're only 2 hours. And I'm not paying extra for it. I pay the cable bill. But that covers everything. So I don't have to pay extra. I'm in my onesie. I'm with my dog.
Don't you feel bad, though, about making me go to a movie by myself?
Don't you feel bad making me go to a concert by myself?
No.
Yeah, so no. There's so many concerts that I'm just like, nope, Steve will piss me off because he'll be pissed off.
What was the one the other day that I was like, I sent you the thing, oh, look who's coming to town. You're like, yeah, I know, but I didn't think you'd want to go. What?
Right.
John Anderson and
it was Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton with John Anderson and somebody, Tracy Lawrence.
Tracy Lawrence. Yeah, there's a couple other like classic country.
I remember the one Blake Shelton concert we went to, and you insisted on standing in the back of the room, and it was like, who is? I don't know what happened.
Wow, hold on. I'm going to tap. Hold on. Okay, we're back. There was a bit of mic cord problem on your end. Oh my gosh,
that was very loud.
It was very loud.
Crackly.
It was so weird because you didn't really do anything. And I think there's a ghost down here in the studio.
I think maybe the cats like to play on the podcast table when we're not here.
Because
that same thing happened to that microphone last week when I went to go record Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine. I was like... And that thing just, without me touching it, the bottom fell out.
Which is weird because it has a clip.
It does.
It clips in. So
I think the cats like rub up on it and probably just get their lovin' on.
Their lovin' on. All right. So back to the
list of RAZZIE nominees. We're on Worst Supporting Actress. We have Vanessa Pineda from Rambo: Last Blood. Rebel Wilson from Cats.
Must have been horrible. Rebel Wilson's got it twice then.
Yeah.
She had it for Hustle.
Yeah.
That could be Is there ever such a thing as a career killer for people? Or are you just...
I don't think so.
That's 2 in a row. We just talked about Matthew McConaughey having 5 or 6 in a row.
There's lots of people that have been a common people on the Razzie list, and they're fine.
Okay.
Worst Supporting Actor, James Corden in Cats. Tyler Perry in A Medea Family Funeral. Seth Rogen in Zeroville. Bruce Willis in Glass.
Oh, I liked Glass. I did like Glass. I don't know why. I didn't think he was that bad.
Fred Durst, that's a name I haven't heard since college. From The Fanatic.
Yeah, Fred Durst from the band...
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. He directed The Fanatic. It was his... I think he wrote and directed it. So they're like, ugh.
Oh, wait. Yes. He was the first one on Worst Director.
Okay.
My bad. James Franco was Zeroville. He's also Worst Director nominee for Razzies. Adrian Grunberg on Rambo: The Last Blood.
Everybody's getting it for Last Blood.
Yes. And this next one, Tom Hooper for Cats.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Marshall on Hellboy.
Okay.
Worst Screen Combo.
What's that?
It's any 2 half feline, half human hairballs.
Huh.
So this is all Jason Derulo and his CGI neutered bulge from Cats. Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry, or Tyler Perry from A Medea Family Funeral. Sylvester Stallone and his impotent rage from Rambo: Last Blood. I feel like that's a joke. Worst Screenplay, Cats, The Haunting of Sharon Tate, Hellboy, A Medea Family Funeral, and Rambo. I would love to know how these people feel about being nominated.
They probably just laugh at it and go cash their paycheck.
Worst Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel, Dark Phoenix, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Hellboy, A Medea Family Funeral, and Rambo: Last Blood. I feel like
all
only you
movies.
As a movie. Yeah. Worst Reckless Disregard for Human Life and Public Property. Dragged Across Concrete. The Haunting of Sharon Tate. Hellboy. Joker. And Rambo: Last Blood. Joker got nominated for a Razzie.
I can't believe that.
I know.
I really like Joker. And it's nominated for like the real stuff. Joaquin Phoenix, Best Actor.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. It's a weird... You didn't see it, did you?
No, it was too violent.
It's a great movie because it's not like a superhero movie. It's not like a Batman, Joker.
It's not like a Marvel. Yeah.
No, it just reminds me of a movie of you're watching somebody's descent into mental illness. It's like they do it. They show you. It's a great how he just goes from being this weird kind of guy to like just this horrible murdering Joker, you know.
Ugh.
But it's not like a comic book movie. It's just like if in real life, if you had a friend that go, what the hell is wrong with you?
What happened?
Yeah.
And the very last one is the Razzie Redeemer Award. I don't know what this means. But Eddie Murphy from Dolomite Is My Name. Keanu Reeves from John Wick 3 and Toy Story 4. I didn't even know he was in Toy Story.
I didn't either.
Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems. Jennifer Lopez from Hustlers.
Hustlers. That's the... Yeah, Hustle and Hustlers are two different movies.
Maybe I was saying the wrong thing.
Okay.
And Will Smith from Aladdin.
Got what was it for Will Smith?
For the Razzie Redeemer Award.
Redeemer, okay.
All of a sudden you started listening?
Well, I thought that's what you said, and then I was like, what? Wait, those were good, but those weren't horrible movies.
Speaking of Jennifer Lopez, we did watch the Super Bowl. We watched the last 1 minute and 45 seconds, just because I'm from Missouri, and I do like when Missouri teams do well.
And you said, can we watch this? I'm like, yeah, fine.
You were brushing your teeth. You weren't even watching. And so the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and I was very excited. But I guess they had a pretty controversial halftime show. It had J-Lo and Shakira, and I think J-Lo's daughter also sang. And a lot of people were not excited. There's like some pastor that's going to sue the NFL
for this bunch of money.
Yeah.
Well, it was basically a burlesque show. You know, we didn't watch it, but I've seen clips and I've seen things that people have posted on Twitter. And, you know, for a halftime show for, NFL, America, did you see the pictures of like J-Lo actually like patting her crotch? Like,
no, I saw screen grabs of the video of her crotch shot.
Yeah, where she's like bent down, got her hand between her legs and all that stuff. And
maybe that's what she needed to hold on to balance herself.
Maybe that's what it was.
To get back up.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
I think it was probably gravity.
Yeah. And then that was the whole thing. It's like, what happened to just being a halftime show? Like the very first one I read the other day was like a college band. You know, that was at the NFL, and then we went to like the bands, like classic rock bands, and they had the singer, and now they've turned into just these, vulgar display of.
It was Joe Bonzel that tweeted something about how it should be Miranda Lambert and Eric Church,
and you were like, "Yeah,
yes, good on you, Joe, good on you."
And then there's people like, well, no, I thought it was great. It was spectacular. I don't know. Why are you all being such prudes? But to me, that's a symbol of the country going in a wrong direction.
Right. If I were watching it with children, I probably would have been embarrassed based on the screen grabs I've seen.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people that I saw on Twitter because I looked at the hashtags for, as a comic, I got to keep up with that. And people were not really not happy. Like, I made my children leave the room.
Yeah. So sad. But anyway, what do you do?
What are you going to do?
I thought Jennifer Lopez looked amazing in the pictures. She is 50.
Yeah, but just because you're 50, do you need to grab your crotch?
If you've got it, don't flaunt it. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying if you've got it, do you have to flaunt it like that?
I don't know.
I thought because that's what everybody's, you heard that too. Well, I thought she looked great for 50. Well, she probably looked greater if she was naked at 50. That was the only thing that didn't. Get the face you're making.
I don't understand.
Well, you could have, like, everything you do at 50, you could make it better. Oh, well, she looked great in that dress at 50. Oh, she looked great in that on the pole at 50. Oh, didn't she look fantastic? I know. There was stripper poles.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? That's where I was.
I do. I was supposed to go to a live performance last weekend. Miranda Lambert was supposed to be coming to Denver with Cody Johnson and Lanco.
And she got coronavirus.
She didn't get coronavirus. That's how rumors get spread. My friend Monica flew in from San Francisco. We're going to go together. She flew in Friday. And as I'm going to the airport to pick up Monica, I get a notification that Miranda posted on Instagram. And I was like, la la la. Okay, what's up? And she was supposed to play in Salt Lake City. And she's like, sorry, Salt Lake City. I'm sick. I'm just trying to rest up.
I'm going to drink tea.
Hoping to hit Denver tomorrow. And I was like, ooh, hoping. Ugh. So we weren't super surprised on Saturday morning when we were up and eating breakfast. And the Denver announcement came through. And she rescheduled a Saturday concert to a Monday.
Oh, weekend to a work night?
Right. And
school night?
Cody Johnson is now being replaced with Casey Donahue.
Oh, no.
But thankfully, because I'm crazy, I am scheduled to go to Boise, Idaho, which I've never been to. I'm very excited to go somewhere I've never been to see Miranda, Cody Johnson, and Lanco.
So you are flying to a concert.
I know. I've not done that.
Yeah.
I haven't. When?
Yeah. We went to Nashville to see Eric Church.
But that was also like a Memorial Day weekend adventure.
Yeah, but we still went somewhere to see a concert.
Nashville's amazing.
You're now turning into one of those people that follow bands around.
I don't. I am never the one that instigates those ideas. I just follow along. Like my friend Amanda was like, hey, you want to go to Nashville and see me at Bridgestone? And I was like, always yes to Nashville. Yes. Until I realized how expensive it is to go to Nashville. And Monica was like, hey, do you want to go see in Boise or Salt Lake? Like she wanted to go to Salt Lake City. And I was like, the night before the Denver show? You crazy? So I was like, yeah, Boise sounds good. And I was able to find some cheap airline tickets. And I've never been to Boise.
It's nice. You'll like it.
They have potatoes, right?
They have potatoes in Idaho. You might help that guy find his truck from the commercial. You ever see? That's because you zoom through commercials.
I don't like commercials.
There's the whole Idaho potato ad.
Oh.
That there's a guy chasing down his truck, trying to get the Idaho potato truck.
Oh, that's cool. I'm hoping to get a T-shirt, like an Idaho T-shirt.
You probably will. They're everywhere in Idaho.
You know me and my T-shirts. I like my T-shirts. I'm not a U T-shirt person, but I like my long sleeve T-shirts.
Well, you said going to Nashville, you didn't realize how expensive it is. It's getting where it's expensive to go anywhere.
It is.
It's not like you can just buy a cheap ticket and get a Red Roof
unless you want to get on Frontier or Spirit, where they then charge you for air and, blinking and everything.
Did you want a seat? Oh,
yeah.
We thought you were going to stand up this trip.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. And, yeah. It's
But
not
what
cheap.
makes it more expensive is when you go on a trip and your pet gets sick.
Oh, jeez. We just went to Texas to see your family, which was awesome. I love seeing your family. I got to experience my first Bucees, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the day
dog.
before we were supposed to come home, our dog sitters, quote unquote, your son and his wife, were like, Butterfly's throwing up blood. We're going to take her to the vet. And I'm like, yes. Take her to the vet.
They said, should we? And I was like, yes.
And I lost it. I just started crying. It was a bad morning. And then, they didn't know what was going on. And then by the time I picked her up the next morning, or next afternoon, because we flew home the next day.
Well, she spent 2 days in the vet overnight.
2 days, one overnight.
Was just one overnight?
Yeah, it was 2 days and one overnight. And as soon as we landed, I ran to the vet hospital, and they're like, we think she just got overly excited, and that generated an infection. And I was like, what? So now I feel like I can't leave. Thankfully, when I'm going to Boise, and you better not book anything, right now you're home. Like, this dog doesn't do well when she leaves her home.
It's weird because she's been there several times before.
Right.
But the bad
She's getting older.
Well, this is I was going to go with this. It was $2,100.
Yeah, it was expensive.
$2,100.
Yes.
And thank goodness we have pet insurance. Mm-hmm. But they were like, we're going to run these tests because of this. We're going to check this blood, and it could be, this kind of infection. And
they put a catheter in her.
And she has this kind of blood cells, so she could be more susceptible to something. It was something they were going to test her for. And like, oh, okay, whatever. Do whatever you do whatever you need to do because we're out of town. And so then they tell you, basically she just kind of got.
She was on an antibiotic for a couple days.
She got infection and.
Yeah.
Don't really know why, because she hadn't eaten anything different, hadn't been anywhere different, didn't really...
Well, she had been somewhere different.
Yeah, a house different.
Yeah.
But, so then, this is where I was going with this. So then, I go out of town again, I get this frantic thing from Janet. Butterfly's chest is purple, it's holding blood. I'm gonna rush her to the hospital right now.
So this is what happened. Because we were in Texas on vacation, the girls were coming over to record a 2 Girls and a Bottle of Wine podcast. And as soon as they walk in the door, Butterfly had been chilling because she had been at the vet and she was tired.
And drugged up.
Yeah. And she sat up and I was like, oh my gosh, her chest. I've shown you the pictures.
I saw the picture.
It was blue and purple and I was like, girls, I don't think that's good. And they're like, no. I was like, I think she's pooling blood because I felt it and it felt squishy. And so it was the longest drive of my life to that pet hospital. And I was texting you. I tried calling and I was like, crap, he's getting on a plane right now. Like seriously right now. So that's what I was like, I think she's pooling blood. I don't know what's going on.
I'm taking her to the hospital right now.
I walk her into the vet hospital and they're like, what's going on? And I was like, hey, we were here a couple days ago and I think she's pooling blood. And they looked at her chest and they like freaked out too. They were like, triage, stat. And all of a sudden doctors were running at me with gloves on. And I was like, I lost it. They were like, sign here. And I was like, bah, do everything. And they're like, do you want to do a no DNR? And I was like, no, you resuscitate that biatch. You know, you don't. Oh,
yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
So then I got put in a room to sit by myself for an hour.
And you're
I was
crying
like,
in a room by
yourself? I'm going through the tissue box like crazy. I'm texting you. I'm texting the girls that I left at the house because I was like, you guys stay here. I had made food for them. I'm like, you eat. I'll keep you posted. And I was just a mess. It was a mess.
So then they come back with...
Then the vet comes in and she's like, well, I know Butterfly was here a couple days ago. I was like, yeah. She's like, well, what's been happening? And I was like, nothing. She's just been sleeping and groggy and I think it's the medicine. She's like, no, it's not the medicine. None of it's going to make her drowsy. I was like, well, then you guys really wore her out. And she's like, yeah, that's probably the case. She's like, so on small to medium dogs, when we go to take blood, because she had a catheter in her left arm, they didn't want to also do something to her right arm, so they do blood work from the jugular in their neck. And I was like, I had no idea.
So it leaked, it bruised?
No. Yeah, she bruises easily. So it may have felt puffy because it was probably a little inflamed, but it was just fine. And I was like, what? That was another $300 dollars.
And that's where I was going to go with this, because it was another $300
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to the other comic last night that I was working with about, because he has 2 cats, and we were talking about vet bills and all this stuff. And he goes, and they charged you for that? And I go, yeah, I thought the same thing. If you go back in, because your pets just had a checkup, and they go, oh, no, it's just from with the stuff we did last time. Oh. Don't you think that should have been more of a like, oh, that's a follow-up thing, and not like, we had to run some more tests? And
they gave us some pain medicine if she seemed to be in discomfort, and she never did, so we never gave it to her.
Right.
But that's not a $300 thing.
You're right. So it just seemed a little weird because there absolutely was nothing wrong this time. And he goes, that sort of reminds me of the time when you take your dog or cat in and it dies. And then they go, you owe us $1,500 because we tried to save you. You know, like, oh.
You know, yeah. I was just so happy that she was 100% okay. I was like, here's my credit card. Go for it. Thank you for letting me know she's okay.
For making my pet.
I seriously thanked the front desk people. I thanked the doctor. I thanked the nurse. I was walking around just shaking hands.
Thank you.
I was like,
thank you.
Because
you were like the little guy from the Shriners Hospital.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because the front desk people saw me at my worst. Like, I was like, busted out bawling. And I'm like a mess. And they were like, so what happened? Because I guess the front desk people
don't know the whole thing yet.
Don't know what.
Once it gets taken back to triage.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, she's just bruised from her blood draw. I was like, but thank you for taking it so seriously. It shows me that you guys really care.
And here's my credit card.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's fine.
Well, hopefully the insurance will give us back
some money.
A lot of this money.
Because it's one of those things where you have to fax it in and hope and pray that you get some money back.
Yeah. But Bruce, I was talking to Bruce, the guy last night. He's got 2 cats, which he just is absolutely mad.
Are they diabetic?
Mad about. No, they're not diabetic. Mm-hmm. They are extremely active cats. Like they run and jump, and he's got these shelves that go up the wall. Like they can go up the walls. They have different levels and stuff, and they jump around, and they're just really. But anyway, he's like, oh, I love the cats, but I think when their time is done, they're just done. And I go, what? He goes, I don't think I could be one of those people that, spends $15,000 to save your pet. He goes, I've just never been, I love them all my heart. I take care of them. Look at my house, yeah, you've got just like a jungle gym but he goes, a lot of people think of them more of kids, and I just think of them as these are great, great animals.
So someone put it in just perspective for me. If Butterfly was 15 years old and things were happening, would you pay $3,000? But if Butterfly was 3 years old and things were happening, would you pay $3,000?
Yes.
She's in the middle there. She's 10. So
she's got some good years ahead of her left.
So it's like, and I know that like when Moon Pie exited this world, he was 14.
No, he's 17.
17. Sorry. 17. So I think there was no reason to try and like.
Yeah, but Dr. Kevin did that same thing with me because remember he said, well, I could amputate the leg.
Things, but he's 17.
He's 17. How much longer is he going to get? What's he going to, what's quality of life? So you're like, yeah, you're right. Because, and when Applesauce, my other dog, had got a tumor on her thyroid, she was 10 at the time. And,
see, that's a weird age.
Yeah, we did the same kind. We had the same conversation, like she's got years left, but, it's not like she's really young. And he goes, if the tumor's benign, it's not going to be any big deal anyway. So it's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's,
Right. So Butterfly's at the 10 mark, and she's my best friend in the whole world. Sorry, babe, you travel too much.
Is there a cutoff for her?
No.
There would be no, if they came back and
we
said...
we should just let her live for 50 years.
You could get her cloned.
Oh my gosh, the cost of that.
That's like $40,000, $50,000.
Even to adopt another teacup poodle, it's like $8,000. And you were bitching about, sorry, that was a inappropriate word to use out loud.
Why?
You were complaining about
how much she cost originally?
Yeah, it was $400.
Yeah.
And these days you can't get a nice purebred puppy for $400. Do you believe that?
No.
It's so expensive.
Well, when we looked for the dog replacement after Moon Pie, it was like $2,500.
Right.
What?
And now
I can go to the pound.
Now, part of me goes, I don't want to replace these animals because I do feel a little
tied down.
I am chained to this house because the cats require shots. Butterfly obviously can't handle being away from us. It's kind of like I love our home. We work hard. I keep it clean. I buy food. We have food at the house. But
that's Janet's standard answer, by the way. Anybody?
If you want to go out to eat, we have food at the house.
Hey, Janet, you picked me up at the airport. You want to stop and get something to eat? No, we have food at the house.
We do. I spend a lot of time thinking and being
planning
methodical about the food that I keep here. I make sure it's stuff that isn't just frivolous. I know I do keep the pantry and the freezer pretty stocked.
Yeah.
But it's stuff that's
good stuff. It's stuff because I'm doing keto and you're doing your own thing. We all have our own foods.
It's easier to eat healthy at home because I know everything that's going into my food.
But I said this to my brother when we were down in Texas because he would be like, hey, you guys want to go get tacos or you want to go get some gumbo? And I go, we have food at home. Janet says that all the time. Well, we did. We had food at that because we'd been shopping. We went to HEB.
We went to HEB.
The awesome Texas HEB.
And we had gone to
we'd gone to Bucees. And we picked up stuff.
And I had never been to Bucees. I was like, why is this gas station a big deal?
It's not a gas station. It's a Bucees.
And it really is.
I still think that needs to be their slogan. I tweeted that out to them, at Bucees.
Did they respond?
No, I didn't get a response or a retweet. But I thought, I've never seen that said or done for Bucees. Mm-hmm. It's not a gas station.
Yeah.
It's Bucees.
Yeah, I got a kolache. I got cinnamon caramel popcorn, and I got a onesie. Like, all these things. And we got these great mints.
We got the cotton candy sugar-free mints.
Yeah.
We bought venison sausage.
Yes.
We got beef jerky. We got Cajun-style pecan nuts.
And we could have shopped more, but I was trying, like...
We were in a hurry because we were going to go see the Oak Ridge Boys.
Right. But then we came back. That's when I got the onesies, when we came back. And then you introduced me to HEB, which is amazing.
I wasn't sure you'd never been there. And again, you were like, oh, why don't we have one of these in Colorado?
So awesome. It's very similar to like our Super King Supers.
Very, very much so, but still not. HEB still has a notch up on them. It's very close, but still.
Very close.
Because HEB has all those little cooking stations around, and you try that, and you're like, oh, I got to buy that sauce.
Oh, you bought that sauce, didn't you?
I bought that sauce.
What was that sauce?
It was a curry. It was she did like a curry chicken with pasta, and I just ate the chicken out of it.
And I bought some chicken. I put chicken on our grocery list that day, and I have some in the freezer. I was wondering why I had this.
We have food at home.
We do. I was like, why did I buy chicken breasts?
Because we're going to do
white
that
meat.
curry chicken that bought the sauce for it.
Yes.
And we actually, I forgot about this, we bought an extra suitcase.
Yes,
so we could bring stuff.
So that's why we went back to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, because well, we don't have enough stuff. We don't have enough room in my suitcase. And you go,
because we each had one suitcase.
Yeah, and you're like,
we're on Southwest.
we can both have an extra free bag. Yes. So we went and bought a suitcase and then went shopping.
Yes, it was so odd.
You bought coffee. What was the coffee that you bought from?
I have 3 different kinds. It's
called Olay. It's only at that HEB.
HEB, yeah, San Antonio, Austin, and I think another one. But all 3 of them, my coworker had brought back from HEB. And so that was the moment when I had picked up the coffee and I was like, do you have room in your suitcase? And you said no. And later that day is when I had the epiphany. I'm like, we're on Southwest. We just need another suitcase.
We just need another bag.
And you go through suitcases like crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, what would be the problem in you buying another bag? It'll be your backup.
Yeah.
And I went back and got all 3 flavors. And I have like one a week. I had it today. I had one of the San Antonio, their K-Cups.
And I bought more hot sauces.
Yeah, you did.
Like I need them.
And we bought popcorn. It's cinnamon toast popcorn.
Oh,
so good.
So good.
So good. We sound like fatties.
Well, you made me tell you, and why are we always on a diet?
But we buy things that are in line with our diet. It's not like we're buying crap food.
Yeah, people's going to go, well, you can't have popcorn on your... Well, yes, you can. You can have small amounts.
Right.
It's not suggested as a snack on keto, but it's sugar-free.
And we only bought one. We only brought 1.5 bags back.
Yeah.
And we haven't really devoured them yet.
No, but the pecans...
You have devoured.
I've devoured.
They're Cajun.
They are so good.
They're like a salty, sweet, spicy. They like have all 3 of those things with it.
And you even like them.
I even like them, but my mouth is on fire after I eat them.
But there's something about the taste that's not spicy. It's not a spicy. It doesn't feel like you're eating something spicy. It just kind of gives you that tingle later.
Right.
So they're just so good. And I was thinking, who do I have down there that I can... And then I go, my family. Like, why am I thinking, who do I have down there that might consume me?
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Do me a solid?
Want to run your thing for your uncle?
I'll Venmo you the money.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we bought so much venison. It's in the freezer.
I know.
Got like 6 things of venison.
It's keto friendly, but not super Weight Watcher friendly. So I brought it out because Monica's on keto. And you still haven't finished it.
No.
I've had a couple pieces.
I ate a lot when I was home the other day, Bill.
But now you're home for like a whole week, right?
I'm home for a week.
Yeah, so excited. I did a lot of meal prepping, so we have a lot of food at home.
Yay!
Yay!
Except now I'm home for a week, and it's supposed to be snowy for a week.
You love the snow.
I do love the snow, but it cuts back on like,
Sunday fun days and stuff.
We want to go, well, it's kind of snowy. I want to go wipe off the car.
Well, we're going to go see the new Harlequin movie.
Yeah, we will do that.
Let's put that on our date.
Is that for the weekend or is that for...
The weekend.
Okay.
You know me. I come home from work and my brain is fried.
I guess there's got to be...
You've even... Like, I worked from home 3 days this last week, 2 for snow and 1 for internet issues at the office. And I come down from like working at home and I'm like, ugh.
Are you going to put pants on?
I did say that because you
going
didn't
to
put pants on all day. You were in your whitey tighties all day long.
I just sat on the couch.
And
while
I'm
I was
like,
working, I had my phone.
Yes.
I was answering emails and I was doing...
I know. I know you're not being lazy. But the Christmas tree is still not put away.
I didn't notice that till we came down here.
I know.
I forgot about it.
Me too.
So we can do that after the podcast. We'll put
I'm going to go cook ribs. And you're going to go
try to figure out how to do that.
T-Mobile.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Christmas tree later.
Squirrel. We might need to pull the chair upstairs, though.
We do need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all things that have been...
Well, what I was going to say about, you're talking about working at home before we wrap this up, because we're just about, you said to me, does it bother you that I'm here all the time working? Does it disrupt you? I'm like, disrupt what? I'm in my underwear all day.
I'm watching Fox News or the Gunsmoke
or whatever, but I can do things. And, but I did notice, I was thinking about this. Remember I did that video? I went and did the video. I shot
and you had to lock yourself in the bedroom.
I had to lock myself in the bedroom because I shot a video. If you guys don't know.
I didn't hear it. It didn't disrupt me at all.
But it did me. And that's what I was going to go. But I shot this video. I had this idea for a video. I had it the day before. And I thought, I'm not going to do it because Janet's here. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow when she goes to work. And then you got snowed in again. And I thought, I really need to do this video because it's a lot of the stuff that I do for Liberal Larry, the character, they're timely. They're things that I think of that's like a hot topic. And especially on Twitter, you have to jump on it or somebody else will either beat you to it or it doesn't matter. So I shot this video, I stuck it up, and like 20 minutes later, it had like 11,000 views on it. Mm-hmm. And, but I caught myself in the room not doing it as totally convincing as I would have if I'd have been home alone. Cause I was sort of like, well, I want to be a little quiet because Janet's working in the next room. So I wouldn't like, this wasn't being super like, how I...
But I didn't hear you at all.
I know. But in my head, that's what
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Dog just farted. I'm holding this.
The dog that we just spent.
The dog that we just spent $2,000 to save your life, apparently. You just farted.
So our digestive system's working.
God. So anyway, that's where I was going to go with this is, I think
I disrupt you.
Maybe in a way that because I'm not quite as like just here. I can't be noisy. I can't be. She's working. She's up there working. Where I feel like I'm just going to make a goofy video down here.
But I work in I work in a cubicle. There's noises all around me at all times. You were 5 rooms away. Yeah. Because I'm in one room and then closet, bathroom, spare bedroom. Okay, 4 rooms away.
Yeah, but you know how this house is that you can cough in the kitchen, you can hear it up in
I didn't even know that you had done it.
Oh.
You had told me you were going to do it, and then all of a sudden the door was shut. I did come out and I saw the door shut. I didn't even hear you at that point. I think I went downstairs to get some water. I came back to my office and I shut my door, and because I don't want to disrupt your Gunsmoke, because I'm on the phone a lot, and I just want you to know if you're ever in that situation again,
just do it.
It's fine because the people on the phone won't hear what it is. They will hear maybe someone talking, or whatever, but they're not gonna. Yeah. The funniest thing, and this will be our last point, I promise. Okay. So I was on the phone working from home this week, and I don't work from home a lot, so these are like new experiences for me. But Butterfly insists on laying on the bed behind my desk. Since I don't have an actual office, our spare bedroom has a desk that I put in from IKEA. Yeah. And that's where I work, and it's perfectly fine. But she insists on laying on that bed when I'm working from home. So I'm like talking to, I'm a recruiter, so I was talking to a candidate, and he was like, did I just hear a dog in the background? Because she had barked, and I was like, yes, I'm so sorry. We have snow, and I'm working from home today. He's like, no, you can't trust someone if they don't have a dog. So I think that's a good sign. And I was like, you go. Yes. Don't ask how big she is. Because real dog owners don't consider her to be a dog.
I saw a commercial the other day for some product that I can't remember. And it showed the guy at the office, like working in his computer, and he turns to the other guy in his cubicle. When the camera pans, there's a dog in a bed. Have you seen? You don't watch commercials, so you don't see it. But there's a dog. There's a dog in the office cubicle, and I thought, this dog would love to go to work with you.
Have you seen the meme I think it's a GIF or something, where someone opens a drawer and there's a dog there? I'm like, that could be Butterfly's bed. She's hypoallergenic.
Just sleep in a drawer at work.
She would have to sleep in my lap.
All right. Well, thanks for doing the podcast today. Thanks for talking me in. I know. Thanks for talking me into it and getting me away from T-Mobile, making me annoyed as hell.
Right. I'm going to send you back to T-Mobile land while I cook you some Instapot ribs.
Oh, I can't wait.
Which we both love so very much.
So tell people how to find us.
They can find us on YouTube, and maybe we'll vlog a little bit more.
We are. We're definitely going to kick back into
Wrinkled
vlogging.
Sheets. We're on Facebook, Wrinkled Sheets Podcast. We're on Twitter, Wrinkled Sheets #1. Podbean. That's our home for podcasting. You can find Wrinkled Sheets on Podbean.
And
you can find me, PinkBarb27, on Twitter, Princess of Parker CO on Instagram, and Steve.
I'm now on a new Twitter. It's because I got banned.
McGrew MC?
Mudflap MC.
Oh, okay.
Mudflap MC at Mudflap MC.
Yeah.
Because, apparently
And you're in Facebook jail currently.
Yeah, I'll be out in 5 days.
Yes.
And Instagram, you can just find me. I'm Steve _Mudflap _McGrew. And I was talking to a couple of my internet friends that are internet people, kind of almost internet stars. And they were saying, you really should get it all under one name, even if you have to make something up. And don't you think that's kind of hard, though, to get all your stuff under one?
Especially as often as you get banned from things.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too. It's almost impossible.
It is.
So they're like, if you're going to brand your stuff, you should pick this thing and just, even if you come up with just McGrew Crew and just do everything at McGrew Crew. I'm like, yeah, but that's not... I don't know.
You need to have someone manage your fan club.
That's right. It
needs to be a male.
How many males do fan clubs?
Right? That's what I'm saying. But your wife has requested that it be a male.
Okay, I'm male. I'll just do it myself. All right, till next time, guys. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Share it with your friends. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give us a good review and like us and
listen, review, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Bye.